John D. Rockefeller, Andrew Carnegie, Brendan James Abbott, J.P. Morgan, four of the greatest businessmen in the history. And one is Australian pickpocketer, currently sitting in the jail. If you didn't catch that, don't worry. Your brain was just a victim of a psychological trick called truth sandwich. When you surround a lie with familiar truth, people will start swallowing everything without questioning it. Right now, the Indian film industry is using same exact trick to turn Indian cinema industry into the most dangerous political weapon. Why spend millions on boring political ads when you can disguise your manifesto as a 300 crore blockbuster? You walk into that theater with your guard down, ready for a story, and that is exactly when they hack your vote. Take the recent blockbuster Dhurandhar. Masterful craft, Ranveer Singh's best performance, but beneath the entertainment, it's a Trojan horse of propaganda. Today we are taking the red pill. Let's look at the fact they deliberately left out. This movie claims demonetization happened to stop the fake currency from Pakistan. A great storyline, right? Now let's look at the real world. According to official RBI data, 99.3% of all demonetized notes returned to the banking system. The math doesn't lie. Either there was no massive influx of fake currency, or the old presses were simply changed to print new notes that somehow made it across the border.
बल्कि उसके पास आधा दर्जन से ज्यादा सबूत हैं और सबसे बड़ा सबूत यह है कि हिंदुस्तान में झोंके जा रहे हैं जाली नोट का कागज हूबहू पाकिस्तान की असली करेंसी जैसा ही है.
The movie premise, pure fiction. The film paints an India before 2014 that was practically taking orders from Pakistan. It even implies India's own nuclear tests where a Pakistani setup. Let's do a reality check. The government they claim were weak. They built ISRO, they built the IITs and IIMs.
Liftoff of LBM-3 M4 rocket carrying India's prestigious Chandrayaan-3 spacecraft.
They triggered the IT revolution that made India a global software superpower. Who was in the power when Pakistan was physically split into two nations in 1971? Did they ask Pakistan's permission for that? And then there is how film portrays Pakistan itself. Nightclubs, 3 lakh rupee bikes. Did the filmmakers get funding from them? We are talking about a country currently taking IMF loans to afford basic ration. But in Dhurandhar, they are looking like they are in the Miami music video. Why? Because a strong hero needs a glamorous villain, even if it completely contradicts reality. Why would a movie twist history this aggressively? Because of a tiny loophole. Inspired by real event, they don't have to answer in court. They don't have to answer to journalists. They just have to make it look cool. This is the new India political playbook. Politicians don't need to answer hard questions if a movie does their PR for them. And the real world consequences are terrifying. The actor playing as a terrorist in Dhurandhar. Dhurandhar is receiving thousands of actual hate comments and abuse from Indians who can no longer tell the difference between a script and the evening news. This is what happens when fiction becomes our history. We lose grip on our reality. Cinema is an art form and Dhurandhar is a well-made film. You should go and watch it. But when you walk into that theater, take your brain with you. Appreciate the lighting, praise the acting, but do not let them rewrite your history. The greatest weapon against propaganda isn't censorship, it's an educated audience. If you had learned something today, hit that like button so that algorithm pushes the truth just as hard as they push the propaganda. Subscribe for more reality checks and let me know in the comments what other movies has completely rewrote our history. I see you in the next one. I'm Ram Krishna signing off from Black Rat Documentary. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.